little bit of basketball stuff. Obviously, next couple weeks, huge for Auburn basketball. Your staff, your players have accomplished a ton since you've gotten there, since your staff has gotten there. You might add one more thing to the trophy case here in the next couple of days with a potential number 1 overall pick with Jabari Smith. How proud are you of Jabari? Tell us about, we all watched him, 40 whatever percent 3-point shooter at 6'10". We see the stuff on the court. Tell us about him off the court, because I'm sure this is probably the number 1 question that Bruce Pearl has been asked over the last probably 2 months or so.
Well, Aaron, the reason why I think he goes number 1 is for all the things that you said, but then the things that people don't see behind the scenes. He's just such a pro. He's in the gym every morning at 6:30, 5-6 days a week with unbelievable consistency. All he did was come in here and want to get better because he knew he had things he had to work on. He wanted to win championships. He wanted to be an unbelievable teammate, and he wanted to enjoy his freshman year or a sophomore year in college and have a college experience. His teammates were so happy for his success and not jealous of his success. He brought others into the gym along with them. He didn't care about his individual numbers. He just cared about what the scoreboard said. Did he want the ball? Absolutely, because he knew he could win games for us. He wasn't ever afraid of the moment. He played for me at 18 years old, and he never acted like it, either in practice or during the game. He was tough. For a guy that only weighed, let's say, 210 pounds, and the scouting report was to try to push him around, that was a big mistake. All you did was piss him off, and he was going to beat you. He's the first time. He's a guaranteed NBA All-Star. And I just don't know that there are many guys in the league now at 6'10" that can make contested jump shots like he can. He can guard 1 through 5. He moves his feet. He sits down and he impacts the game on both ends. So he's absolutely a joy to coach. And he's the reason, he is one of the major reasons, if not the reason, that we're number 1 in the country for 3 weeks while we won the SEC. And we didn't finish the season great. We got upset by Miami. Weren't playing our great best at the end of the year. But there was probably about a month during the season where we were the best team in college basketball at Auburn. And that's because of Jabari Smith. That's because of Walker Kessler and the guys on this team and this coaching staff.
You mentioned Walker Kessler. He's another one that I loved watching with you guys, and I could see where he could have success in the NBA. And one thing that really stood out as I was kind of thinking about knowing I was going to talk to you, as we watch these playoffs, as we watch these finals, basically everybody on the floor except for maybe one guy is a role player. And while Walker Kessler was National Defensive Player of the Year, all SEC, whatever, he was kind of a role player for you guys, right? Defense, energy, second chance points, catching lobs. And that was one thing that stood out is that, it's a cliche in basketball, like star in your role. And again, all SEC. So it's not to say that he was the 9th guy off the bench, but was kind of, first of all, is that fair to say that he sort of played a role for you guys? And I assume at 7'1" or whatever, he could do the same thing for an NBA team.
I'll tell you right now, you put a great player or 2 on the floor, you put 3 role players, you're going to win championships. Now, Walker's going to be, he was the best player in college basketball in the air, offensively, defensively, as a rim protector and catching everything that was thrown up to him, a great offensive rebounder, an excellent passer, positive assist turnover ratio. And he shot the 3 ball 50 times for us. Now, he didn't shoot a great percentage, but he's going to be a really good 3-point shooter at the next level. First thing you got to do is you got to actually be willing to shoot it, and he was willing to shoot it. And he also works at it. Those 2 guys were both our hardest workers and 2 of our greatest competitors. So I had the best front line in college basketball. I only had them for 1 year, but we certainly did enjoy them while we had them. And they were both great people from great families, and they're both guaranteed.
Very good.